Good evening and welcome to Angel Hour. I'm Jacqueline Mary Piper and I'm a clairvoyant medium and channel for the higher energies, a healer and an international workshop teacher. Tonight I'm going to be channeling a healing meditation to connect us to the earth energies, also to the shamanic energies, which is why I picked the first card, Shaman. Now, one of my guides is a Native American Indian called Running Bull, and he's been with me since I was a child. I was always aware of him talking to me, talking about past lives that I had had. As a child, I was very aware that there was a being with me that was continually with me, although it wasn't until I was in my early 20s that I understood that he was a Native American Indian and that there was a back history to he and I where I had lived in a past life with him, and he is my main earth guide. Lots of people have seen him, spoken to him while I've been in trance, because as a trance medium, Running Bull will come through me and talk to people. And also people have mentioned seeing him independently of me. So he will be very much around this evening. And the second card that I chose was ceremony and invocation, because this is really what Angel Hour is about. It is a sacred ceremony. Before I broadcast, I set the energies, I call in the higher beings, I call in the light and the power to begin creating a pool of light and energy that other people can connect to when they watch the show. So invocation is intention, and when you make an intention, it's very powerful because it connects you to whatever it is you're setting your intentions to connect to. In this case, it's the healing light, and healing light releases karma as you're lifted into a higher field of light, of power and of energy. You begin to evolve, and circumstances which have kept you stuck, drained your energy, and also trapped past life energies where a part of your soul aspect can be still caught in the turmoil of a past life, is an area that I want to work on tonight. So the healing is going to be a soul retrieval shamanic healing. And in that healing, I'm going to be connecting everybody to the earth energies, to power animal energies, to the Native American Indian energies, and also to white calf buffalo woman, who, that side, you can see on the wall behind me. Now, white buffalo calf woman was a sacred woman to the Native American Indians and also a prophet. She brought through certain sayings. She obviously is part of the higher realms, the higher energies. In the same way that in the Western world we would talk about Mother Mary, or in the Far East, Kuan Yin, she is part of the divine feminine energy. And she is going to bring her energy forward tonight, and she symbolizes rebirth, and she also symbolizes harmony. So this is all part of the healing. If you want to share this video in spiritual groups that you belong to on Facebook, ideally where other people can see the recording or watch it live, that will be really helpful to help spread the energy and the light and help people who are looking for healing and also understanding of how the spirit world works and how they can engage with it and benefit from it. Crystal-wise, I have chosen to work with my Lemurian twin crystal here. And my Lemurian is very much to do with the healing of the earth, because Lemurians absolutely honoured earth and they worked as a whole in a similar way to the Native American Indians, who respected and understood that earth was a living energy being and that everything upon earth is connected, and that includes us. We are here and we are connected to earth, and part of us is very sacred as well. Sacred in the sense that our soul energy, while we're on the earth, is connected to the soul energy of Mother Earth. And of course, she's creating and connected to the great creator. So there's a lot of healing energy there with the Lemurian crystals. And I've also decided to hold 2 of my stones, which I brought back with me from New Zealand. I was in New Zealand teaching and exploring the country back in January this year. And I was out in the car and my Native American Indian guide, Running Bull, said to me he wanted me to drive along the roads for a while and he would tell me where to stop. And I was in a remote part and he told me that he would take me through the woods to a sacred Maori grove. Now, sure enough, he told me where to stop. I pulled the car up and began to walk through the woods, and it took me a while, but eventually I came to a lake in amongst the trees, and I was greeted by a Maori, a spirit Maori, who actually asked me, he came to challenge me to see who I was, and I asked him if I would be allowed to come into the sacred area, which had the Maori spirit energy. If he had said no, I would have gone and I wouldn't have walked any further. But he said yes, and I went in and I was given a blessing by other Maori tribe members who in their spirit form were still existing and living by that flowing river. And I asked if I could bring back some stones which held the energy of the sacred native Maori, and I was told yes. And I use these to help me connect to earth, and I also use them in my crystal grids if I want to connect the energy of New Zealand to other places in the world. And so what I'm going to do now is go into the meditation. So if you have crystals that you would like to work with, then do hold them, and ideally make sure that you won't be interrupted, because the energies can be very deep, they can be very powerful and quite transformative when we do soul retrieval work. So you get yourself comfortable, and just begin by closing your eyes and setting your intention to connect to the higher energies coming through this broadcast or through the recording if you're watching on replay. And I'm asking now that the Native American Indian people, the higher souls that have passed through the evolution of the earth plane and gone on to the higher realms, come in and connect with us. I'm asking that they step forward from the inner planes, and I'm also invoking White Buffalo Calf Woman to bring her divine energy, her light and presence to the group. And now I would like you to imagine that you are beginning to walk through a forest. I'm setting this meditation energy in a Canadian forest, as I like the energy there, and it's very clean and clear. There are lots of pine trees all around you. Pine trees which keep the energy very clean and very fresh. So be aware that you're breathing in one of the cleanest airs in the world. Breathing in the light and allowing it to circulate through your chakras, all the way down your body. You can imagine this as a pale green or green and white light energy, so that you are absorbing the healing of nature. And as you walk along the soft pine needles on the floor, you might be aware that the scent of the air around you is fresh with the scent of pine. As you breathe it in, you can feel it detoxifying you. You may be aware of other sounds of walking on small twigs and branches or leaves from other trees as well. As you walk through this forest, you feel warm, you feel at ease, and you begin to notice that your senses are heightened. And as you walk between the trees, it seems that there is a trail laid down for you. You won't be disturbed, and you know that there is a very powerful spiritual presence in these woods. A presence which is of the highest healing quality. Earth here is undisturbed, and her energy flows gently through the ley lines. And those ley lines have energy which flows over your feet. And the energy ebbs and flows. Sometimes it flows higher over your knees, and sometimes it feels as if the healing energy from the ley lines is flowing over the entire section of your lower body, like you are walking through a cleansing stream of light. You're enjoying bathing in this light, and you begin to find that your senses, that is your senses through your aura, through your energy field, are very heightened and alert, because you're expanded. Your energy field is expanding right now, filling with energy. It is lifting you into a higher connection with your spirituality, so that you can connect more easily to the spiritual world and the spirit helpers who are joining us. Now each of you is going to find a power animal in these woods, and the power animal is your helper. You might find that it's a small mammal, or you might find that it's a large one, but each and every bird and animal comes in peace and light, fully equipped to lend their power and energy to you. So if you're seeing an eagle, this is to help you with your sight. If you're seeing a bear, this is to help you with your strength and power. There are many, many animals in the woods, and there are also other spirit animals. now being brought in that you wouldn't necessarily expect to find in the woods. These are being brought in by the spirit guides. And you now find one of them is joining you. If you need some time to just become adjusted to what sort of animal or bird is with you, take your time. You will have a feeling, a sensation, or a knowingness what type of animal or bird is with you, and just allow it to draw close to your energy field and allow a transference of the qualities from this spirit to your spirit. This is like a download, and they are channeling through themselves into your heart and your soul the divine quality that they have, and accept that now. You find that your aura is filling up again with another quality of light, shoring you up, and you're feeling very strong, very able and very capable of connecting further. And I want you to continue through the woods now while it grows dusk, and just ahead of you, you can see the flickering flames of a welcoming outdoor fire. You're going towards that fire, and there are fallen trees acting as seating, and there are several beings of a guide nature sitting, welcoming and waiting for you. One of them is a Native American Indian who is playing a pipe, and that music is very calming and soothing. And as he plays this music and you approach the fire, be aware that there is a rug laid out for you to sit on. You make yourself comfortable, and as you sit on the earth, it's dry and it's warm, and you feel as if the music is lulling you into a very deep state of relaxation. Allow yourself to go with that music, knowing it's taking you into a healing space so that you are receptive to the energy that is coming in now from white buffalo calf woman. She is standing, shining, beautiful white light. You can see her robes, her feathers, her hair, shimmering white light. As you look at her, her light, her healing is filling you. You're receiving a full healing session directly from white buffalo calf woman whose energy is so large and so profound that it touches many, many souls simultaneously. She has a very sweet and gentle energy, and she draws even closer to you. And she's holding one finger up to her lips and going, shh. And you relax even further as she places her right hand on your shoulder. And as she does this, you become aware of a feeling inside of your body, like the universe is with you, the stars the sky at night, the moon, and the sacred dance of your soul around the planets in the universe, and your soul that is placed in many different spaces and times is becoming alert to the presence of white buffalo calf woman. And she asks you now to look into the flames of the fire. She is helping you as you gaze into the flickering flames in the fire. They turn white in the center, and now you look deep into those flames, and the white becomes like a mirror, so flickering white flame which expands and becomes reflective, so that as you look into it, you can see a reflection of yourself. And white buffalo calf woman is showing you something which needs healing within yourself. It is a place where you have experienced a hollow feeling, a feeling of being neglected or left out, or not honored or loved. And it is almost like a hole in the center of your being. And she stands with you and she begins to chant her chant. And as she does this, she is calling to her the elements of the wind, the earth, the fire, and of water. And all of these combine. They are all within your spirit, your soul, and somewhere an aspect of you is caught up. Could be in another life, could be in another dimension. She is now calling it as she raises her face up to the stars above you. You can see that she is drawing in the light, drawing it back for you and to you. And I want you now to focus on drawing the aspect of your soul energy back to you from a place where it had been caught up in fear, pain, or distress, unresolved. And at this point, White Buffalo Woman is joined by a huge circle of many, many Native American Indians. And they are circled around you, and they are lending their power and their light to you, assisting your soul in bringing back the aspect of your soul that you need to realign with you in the here and now, to heal you. You might be aware of their chanting and their drumming, raising the power and the light. Just let them work with you now. Let them draw your soul back to you, and you might feel light beginning to flow already into that empty space inside of you. And as you relax, you can feel the power of the light, and these Native American Indian using their shamanic wisdom and abilities to assist you. No soul is ever lost, and your soul is now reclaiming a part of itself which it had been shut off from, which was affecting you on some level in this lifetime. You might see this as pure light coming back to you. You might feel it flowing into you, whichever it's coming in now. And it finds its place, its home, back within the whole that is you. And now one of the Native American Indians with a full feather headdress is coming towards you, placing his hand on the top of your chest, above your heart, and he is sending light from his hand down into your heart, sealing back into you the light which is yours. He is using incantation and sacred ceremony magic through his skills and abilities. He is giving you the healing that you need to complete this. Good, okay. So you will find that this process will continue to work with you, and the healing will continue even after the broadcast. And you will find that you feel more aligned, and also that you can do this again and again and again as many times as you feel you want to. This gives you access to this type of spiritual healing work. Okay, good. So you may want to thank all the higher beings that are working with us tonight. And also at this point, you might want to ask if there is anything particular that they want to share with you or tell you directly from themselves. Just relax and give them a moment there for you to pick anything up. Okay, and the power animal continues to be with you as well. And now, in your own time, I'd like you to come back from the meditation. And I'm sure you feel stronger and more grounded after that. And now I'm going to move on to doing the readings and going to who I feel drawn to. Hello Vivian, nice to see you up there tonight. I'm going to go to Vivian and I'm going to work with the Earth Magic cards, Stephen Farmer's. So let's see what I've done with the deck. There we go. This is for Vivian Kojo there. Right then, let's see, Vivian, what I can pick up for you there. Right, the card that I have got for Vivian is Meadow Vulnerability. Now, quite clearly, vulnerability can make you feel, I'm searching for the exact right word. This, I feel, is an area that needs healing with you, Vivian. And I do feel that sometimes you feel very alone. And I think, right, you may even sometimes feel ostracized. That's the word that's coming to my mind. So clearly, to do healing exercises to get to the bottom of why that challenge has presented itself in your life would be to your benefit. And you know, I do get a feeling of a karmic link with you, and it's to do with carrying other people a lot in other lives. And I don't know whether that pattern has showed itself in this life or not. But what I'm feeling is that people haven't reciprocated in the same way to you, that there is an imbalance. And that does need to be addressed. And I think it's a very deep core issue. And I feel that it's come forward because now is the time to resolve that and really go deeply into it, which will be life-changing for you, Vivian. Absolutely life-changing. And I don't think that you're afraid to show your vulnerability. I think that I feel that you're a strong person, but this is very deep, and it's from another place and another time, if you understand what I'm saying here. It's from another life, and that is what I would definitely work on for you, Vivian, and I hope that's made sense to you. And also, I was just wondering why I could see lots of different coloured feathers around you, and I was trying to see more clairvoyantly to work out what I was looking at. It's actually a parrot. It's a power animal parrot. I have no idea what a power animal parrot means. So if you want to look that up, that is the power animal that the spirit world are recommending that you work with, Vivian. So I hope that's been helpful for you and of interest. All right, so I'm going to move on then from Vivian and see where else I feel drawn to go. Hi Sandra, hi Kismet, hi Claire. Okay, so I feel drawn to go to Kismet here. Kismet Majeski with a card. So let's see what I can get there. I feel as I connect to your energy, you're quite a funny lady. You've got a really good sense of humour. I just feel like I want to say that you're funny and that you like messing around, playing around in a playful way. And the card I picked for you, Kismet, is the ocean, the ebb and flow. And I know that you understand when things come to a stalemate or they stop for a while in the flow of your life, that it is time to take a new direction and go with a new flow. And I do feel that's what needs to happen with you. You need to start looking at other options. Because I feel that things are ebbing at the moment and you need to change direction and go into a new area. In actual fact, I'm hearing the word phoenix, and to me that means rising from the ashes, which supplements what I just said with the card there, the ocean, this ebbing and flowing Kismet. And I also have a feeling, as I look into the card, that sometimes you can feel that spiritually things are a long time coming. I feel that there are things you've wanted or aspired to for a long time. And I want to say that moving into this new direction is very beneficial for you spiritually, all right? So look out for signs and information that comes in seemingly randomly, but it isn't. It's the universe, of course, showing you and helping you. I've got an impression of you doing something artistic or creative. I can see you work because it's colours, and you're doing something with them, creating something. I can see in my mind's eye, and I know that you don't take yourself too seriously, which is a really good quality to have. You're a lovely, light-hearted person. But I do want to come back to this feeling that you haven't taken the voyage that you really want to take spiritually into the sunset yet. But I know that this new direction is helpful for you, Kismet. And you need to do it. You need to take a chance, and you need to go with the flow, all right? And then things are going to move along better for you. And I also think it will mean you engaging with different people. I feel new contacts coming into your life, and I want to say within the next 6 months on that. And these contacts are permanent contacts, good contacts, all right? So that's really nice to see, and I hope that's of interest to you, Kismet. And well, for some reason, just before I leave you, I got the impression of a brown horse. So I want to say then that think about drawing in the qualities of the horse. Because I'm actually now looking at a horse nudging you along symbolically. So that's what you need to do. Look up qualities of the power animal, the horse, and draw them into your life to help you right now. So I hope that's of interest, Kismet. And I don't know if you ever do crossword puzzles, but I just saw a pen and a crossword puzzle flash in my mind there. And I'm going to leave you now, Kismet, and move on to see where else I'm drawn to. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lizelot Davison. Yes, so I want to go to Lizelot Davidson, and I'm glad you like the meditation. I feel as I look at your name up here on the screen, things are a bit choppy and changey around you at the moment. I also have an impression of you trying very hard, you putting a lot of energy into things, Lizelot, really extending your energy. Let me pick a card for you. So Lizelot here, and the other way up. Okay, so the card I've got for Lizelot is Autumnal Equinox, a release. And do you ever feel almost obligated? I get this feeling that you feel like you have to help other people out a lot, almost that you feel indebted, although there's no a real reason. I feel that you feel urged to help people, probably a bit too much, and I think that you're holding yourself back sometimes when you do that. I think it's a habitual thing. There's a lot where you help other people out because you can't bear to see other people struggling. And I know that you would do everything for them if you could. And I'm being told, don't do that always, because you can take other people's lessons away from them. Sometimes a struggle is where they are growing and where they need to grow. And I know your kindness makes you want to help, but step back before you offer, all right? You're not a harsh person in any way, and I'm being told sometimes you could do with being a little tougher, all right? And that's important to remember. I'm also seeing stained glass around you. So I don't know if you like stained glass. There's a lot, but I'm looking at stained glass and colour of the sun coming through the different panes of stained glass. And also I have a feeling either you or somebody around you likes to stay out quite late. And there's also a sense of an upheaval around you, and one that affects you, which ties in with this impression of chopping and changing that I first picked up. And I feel you'll be glad when that's over. And the other thing I'm feeling is a little bit your energy, a bit like this, not calm. Okay, so if you can try and work with things that help you to feel calmer energetically or crystal wise. I feel a really good crystal for you right now would be blue calcite. All of the calcites are very calming crystals, and blue in particular would be soothing and calming for you right now. There's a lot. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful, and I'm going to leave you there and move on. Hi Sarah, hi Karen, hi Mandy, hi Lynn, hi Kat. Hi Kay, hi Lynn again. Right, see where I need to go now. And I'm just getting a feel. Hi Marianne. I'm going to go to Karen James there. That's who I feel drawn to, Karen James. Let's see. I feel, Karen, there's an excitability around your energy right now. And the card I have got for you is communion. Communion, clearly spiritually. And the bird in the card is important to you. Right. What I'm actually being shown is your love of birds comes from other lives where you have tended and bred birds. And actually, I'm looking at you actually hatching birds from eggs. And I know that this was in the Far East. And I know that the birds are very colourful. And I also know that this is your business as well as your love in this past life, because I can see that you sell the birds and that you care very much about them. And I really feel that it was a tradition and a family tradition, and I know that you were a man. And it's interesting how this is significant to you in this lifetime as well, how the birds come back in again. Right, now my guide is saying to tell you that, of course, the birds, like animals, are also going through karma and karmic changes on their pathway, the same as humans do. Karma is not just something that humans are under the laws of, the spiritual laws of, on earth. And always to bear that in mind when you see a bird or an animal suffering, it may be that it's helping them to develop a quality, some kind of understanding, and perhaps even of how to let go of the fear of somebody or something that's hurt them. Which is one which I know all humans are very familiar with. The same is true of the bird kingdom. They have their own way, and I know when I went to Findhorn in Scotland, when the birds came up onto the outside breakfast bar where I was having my breakfast, there were 6 different species, and as I was looking at them, I was aware that their aura sizes, the orb of light around them, was different in sizes. Some were smaller, some were very large, and some were medium, and the colours were quite different. And it was then that I realised that they have an auric field, and they're going through a path of development in the same way that humans are. When I look at the human aura and energy field, some of those birds were clearly far more advanced, and their energy field was larger and contained more light and more colours than others. So I know that that's absolutely spot on. So do some karma clearing work, asking for the karmic release for the animals as well. That would be really helpful, including the birds. So I hope that's made sense to you, Karen. And I also know that as I relax and think about you a bit more, that I have your mother here, and this is from the spirit world. And what I'm feeling is her energy comes in, and I know that she's telling me that you've been a bit stressy, and she does come and be with you and sit with you where you live. Now, she's also showing me spaghetti for some reason, so that should mean something to you, the type of spaghetti that you curl up on a fork. And she also shows me that you've been reading. I can see that you've been sitting down, reading printed material recently, and she has been with you, beside you, while you've done that. And she's also telling me about tears, pent up tears within you that need to have a release. And I know that she brings a beautiful healing energy and wants me to tell you how close she is. And I don't feel she was a particularly tall lady, just want to mention that. And what else does she want me to give you? Let's see. Well, she also gives me a memory of dominoes for you. Okay, and she also shows me an image. I don't know if it's something which has been in a magazine or on television that you've had a thought about, or maybe a film or something, but it's I actually saw a picture in my mind, a black and white, of Hitler. So it may be that there was a film on the television or something that you can take there would make sense to you. And I don't know if you eat crisps out of a packet, but she's also shown me a packet of crisps, and she's calling you my darling girl and saying that she's always with you, all right? And she really wants me to tell you just how close she is, she also shows me a bath, and I guess this is the bath where you live. I don't know why, but I'm hoping that you know why she's showing me the bath. Could be to do with bubble bath or something that you put in the bath that you enjoy or she enjoyed, okay? But I'm going to leave you with that thought. And she wanted me to mention that your dad is with her as well, all right? So I hope that's been helpful to you. Let's see then now. I'm going to move on now. Hi Chantal. Hi Karishma. Ramna. Hi Sandra. Right, to see where I'm drawn to now. Hi Jennifer. That's Kismet saying it's the perfect card for her. Well, that's really good. Okay, is Jennifer saying that she nearly fell asleep during the healing? That happens, I know, a lot to people because of the feedback I get from people. The healing relaxes you and opens your energy so much while you're receiving it that people and animals and birds that hear the broadcast often go into a very sleepy, really wound down and relaxed state, which is really good feedback. Hi Justin, you just made it in there. Right, okay. So I'm going to go next to Sandra Jonginil, who says, could I please have a card? I really need an answer for insomnia that's here for about 10 years now. I want my life back. All right. Ooh, okay. So let's see what I can pick up then for Sandra. Right. Okay, so the card that I get for you, Sandra, is River and Movement. And as I look into that card, the movement is what's not happening in the sleep state. Normally, when you go to sleep, you and your guides, your angels, go up through the dimensions into the higher planes, right? So I believe what's happening, Sandra, is you're being pulled back into your body because every time that you try to go to where you want to go on the inner planes, that you're being pulled back because you actually have something riding in your energy field which is causing that to happen. Now, as you know, in your energy field, everything resonates to a certain frequency and like attracts like. So if you have picked up an attachment from somebody or somewhere that's a lower vibration, as you come out of your body, as I understand it, as you go through the astral level and then into the higher energy frequencies, if it's something which is resonating to a heavier energy, it pulls you and you can be stuck on the astral level. And then, of course, back into your body, you wake up because that is not where you want to be. As I understand it, that's what's happening to you at the moment. So I would suggest a good energy field clearing for you. And I would look for somebody who has chosen to specialize in clearing attachments from the energy field. And I believe you will find that once that's gone and it's male, the energy I feel attached to your energy field, it's nothing to really worry yourself about. I'm picking up on this, and the reason I'm picking up on this is because there is an answer to it, all right? It's so that I can give you the answer, and that is for spirit release work to be done. And sometimes, you know, we can just say that we look on spirits that try and ride in our light with sadness, because they're clearly looking for the light. And instead of going on to the other side, they have chosen not to take that opportunity. However, when you have this spirit releasement work done, the higher beings that work with the person who specializes in this will come in a field of light, collect it, and help and assist that soul to move over. They don't just remove them, they give and provide the help so that it can pass on and receive the light and the help that it would have done if it had gone on at the time of passing. All right, so this is happening quite a lot at the moment, I notice, with lots of people, and I say that that's because of the ascension process, that we are clearing our energy fields, we're becoming more aware of our energy, and also we are shifting and clearing pockets of energy on the earth which need clearing and may have a lot of astral entities there. This is all part of the earth shifting upwards and all part of learning and also learning how powerful you actually are as a light worker. And I often say to people when I see this, it's like, imagine your aura is your car, and a stranger gets in your car and sits next to you uninvited, all right? You don't just go, oh, got to put up with you now, and drive along, you know, listening to them, and maybe you don't like their vibe. No, you don't. You look for a way to get them out of your car or out of your aura ASAP, and that's what you need to do. And now I've said this, I'm sure that the next thing you will do is be matched up with an appropriate healer that can help you with that, whichever time zone or place you're in. Just ask your guides and the angels to match you up with somebody who's capable of doing this work. Also, that's very important, that it's somebody who's capable, because in this field, as we all know, there are lots of people who would love to be working as a light worker, but not everybody has the ability for this kind of work. It takes a certain amount of experience, knowledge, and power and light, in the same way that it takes a certain amount of skill in any career or field you are in to do an adequate job. So that's really tantamount, really important that you follow your gut instinct, because your gut instinct is always right. Your gut instinct can't lie to you. You're not made that way, all right? So when you have a gut instinct, look into it and go with the flow of the gut instinct. If somebody doesn't feel right, there's a reason, okay? And I hope that's been of use to you, and I know that that will help you. So I want to say hello to Sylvia as I'm moving on now. Okay, so Mohit is talking about, am I available to chat? Well, no, I'm not available to chat. This is a live show that I do to help people with healing and some messages outside of my regular work pattern. And any readings do need to be booked with me, because I have to schedule my work like any other career, any other job. So no, I don't do random chats. Hi, Marley Poulin. Oh, hi, Liz Alert, giving me some feedback there, saying I'm so right. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Right, I'm just seeing whether there's somewhere else that my guides want me to go to. And Maria Lucia Bassettio relates to Oh, That's My Story, which is really interesting, because information that's given for one person is sometimes for more than one person, the guidance. So thank you for mentioning that. Right, so I'm going to give Maria Lucia Bassettio a card, Maria, or is it Lucia, I wonder? Maria Lucia or Maria Lucia? Anyway, it's a nice name anyway. Maria Lucia, let's see now. Can't see your picture, it's far too small, as they all are on here. Pictures do help with tuning in, but I can't see any of them. So Maria, rain, purification. Okay, so as I link to your energy, I think this is on the mental energy level. I think your thoughts can go all over the place, get super busy and also fragmented. So you do need to work on the clearing, the purification. On the mind level, on the mental level, it's almost like your thoughts can be easily interrupted, easily interfered with, or you can let go of a train of thought. Now, I know that a really good angel to help you with your mind is Archangel Jophiel. You can look that up if you don't know Archangel Jophiel, Jophiel, and the energy that that archangel brings in soothes and clears your mind, gives healing and restores your mental energy level. And if your mind is stressed or you're under pressure, it's feeling fragmented, working daily with Archangel Jophiel is super helpful, and that angel gives healing and also releases mental stress if that's something you suffer from as well. So I'm going to leave you with those thoughts, and thank you everyone who's watching tonight, and if you can, share this video so other people can benefit from the meditation in spiritual groups. That would be really helpful. And I will be back again with another Angel Hour, which I'll advertise on my public page very soon. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the pool of energy, and do send this collective energy out to anyone or anywhere in the world that you feel could use some light, because we have attracted a lot of energy and a lot of higher beings from the spirit worlds tonight, who all are very able healers. So do mention in your mind anybody, any places, any thoughts, and know that the healing light will be delivered there from spirit. Okay, and bye bye for now. Bye bye.